I met Lazio. I knew of Andrew Cuomo and his history. I was a supporter of his dad back many years ago, and I saw how mean-spirited this man is. I saw how absolutely arrogant and egotistical he was. And I never thought that he really earned that right to have such an ego. He's been gifted, and now he feels entitled. And he feels like he's entitled to be governor of the state of New York on his way to the White House. I don't feel that way. I think he's a poster child for everything that's wrong in our government today. You've heard me speak. I'm colorblind. I'm ethnic blind. I'm blind to the different religious groups that we have in our communities. I will always speak truth. Sometimes a little bit carelessly, sometimes with what people call anger. At this point, I'd like to read a statement to you, and then I'd like to conclude, and then if you have any questions, I'd be happy to entertain them. And don't misquote me as wanting to hurt homosexual people in any way. That would be a dastardly lie. My approach is live and let live. I just think my children and your children would be much better off and much more successful getting married and raising a family. And I don't want them brainwashed into thinking that homosexuality is an equally valid and successful option. It isn't. If you elect me as our next governor, you can depend on me to protect and defend your family from those who seek to tear down our values and bankrupt our citizens. And yes, I will veto all legislation that mocks our sacred institution of marriage and family. I will veto any gay marriage or civil union bill that comes to my desk. As you know, little Mario he's promised that in his first year he will pass gay marriage. Yes, I'm angry, real angry. I'm angry at the way our politically correct elites are mistreating our innocent children, and I want to protect them and give them a real future in America, the greatest country on God's green earth. Gentlemen, I am not I'm not a politically correct person. I'm genuine. I'm open. I'm not intimidatable, which you probably noticed. I don't have, and I don't need to fulfill an ego. I don't need praise. I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need any motivation. I'm motivated. I'm looking at serving only 4 years. This is the first and last time I will run for political office. I'm going there to do the people's work. I'm going there to do your work. I'm going there for every New Yorker. I'm going there to protect us from those who seek to expand government, who seek to expand the Medicaid programs, okay, to include and to bring into New York State every poor person in America. The poor of America are the problem of the federal government or the states from which they come. Taking in all of the poor of America by having the most liberal and the most lucrative and the most generous Medicaid benefits is not the way that the taxpayers, it's not the taxpayers want. They don't want to pay for that. And they shouldn't have to, because they raised their families a different way. They were raised a different way. They look at life as a set of rules, and they play by those rules as they were taught by their parents. Their parents taught them, you take care of your parents when they get old. You respect the grandparents, they bring invaluable wisdom to the grandchildren. You take care of your family. You're the support system for other people. And you work hard, and everything will be okay. And then what happened? What happened to our governments? We look at Washington today, it's total chaos. It's a nightmare. They're talking about changing the rules. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for Obamacare. It's going to add 1.5 million people to our Medicaid system. Who's going to pay for it? The working man's going to pay for it. And why? He already gets the benefits. Why does he have to suffer this consequence and give up his kid's college tuition fund for others? There may have been a better way to do this. This progressive way of doing it doesn't work. This progressive way of doing it doesn't work. And I have to talk about abortion for a moment. I have to tell you how I feel. I'm not pro-choice. I'm against abortion. And I am especially against, late-term abortion. Andrew Cuomo has said that he is in favor of it. In my word, it's murder. It's the killing of human life. And you know, I'm a man of substance and value. I believe in my values. I live my values. My values come first. And when it comes to that, the dignity of life, the sensitivity of life of a child, yes, I look at Cuomo and I say, that's not right. And I don't care. It may be just what they call a social issue, but that's unacceptable. And we will never pay for it with government monies. Never in my administration. And yes, I had my day with Sheldon Silver, and you know that. And here's a man that has supported that. He supported it all the way through. And that is wrong. And it's also wrong, and it's shameful, that every year we take all those poor kids in the inner cities and we put them into the same absolutely dysfunctional school systems. It's like Groundhog Day. The failing graduation rates, always below 45%. The failing of standardized tests. And we know it. But every year we take all those 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds and we put them into this system, knowing fully well that less than 50% of them will graduate. All in favor of what? Some union officials from the United Teachers? Why? Why do we do this? And again, I look at a Sheldon Silver and I say, Mr. Silver, that is criminal. That's criminal. That's racist. It's wrong. And we can do better. That's what I am. That's who I am. I'm a man of values. I'm a man who believes in family. I come from the same place all of you do. I think the same way, all of us. We all think the same way. We have different ways of approaching it. We have different style. But we believe. And we'll never give up believing. And we'll fight for it. FDR started it. FDR continued. He started here in New York State. He continued it into the federal government. My father talked his entire life about those days that he spent in the Sierra Nevadas building roads and fire breaks. And what I'm getting at here is the Dignity Corps. A place for the unskilled workers. We can't leave them behind. We can't leave those people behind. We can't let welfare people who are able-bodied continue to collect checks every month and do nothing for them. We can't do that. We're not helping them. That's not help. That's a crutch. We're not helping them gain self-esteem. We're not helping them find a pathway to someplace better. We're actually hurting them. And yes, welfare to work, work to welfare, whatever you want to call it, it will happen. I will take involuntarily any able-bodied welfare people, and believe me, there's a lot of exceptions, and we're perfectly all right with the exceptions. But if you're able-bodied and you're not one of the exceptions, you go to work and you earn it. And once you enter the program with voluntary and involuntary people in it, you can take an education route. We'll help you educate yourself. We'll help you get educated so that you can develop a trade and have a fulfilling path. Or if you don't want to, fine. We'll put you in an urban program. We'll put you in a rural program. We'll help you get into the military and the National Guard. We will help you earn it. We'll help you get by so that when you bring that check home and you hand it to the wife, okay, to go out and buy groceries, it means something. And we're not, and your wife isn't going down to the store, okay, and betting the lottery with 50% of the money. Because when you earn it, you think about it. I will not take a nickel away from education. Education comes first. I will bring in school choice. When we bring in school choice, just as we talk, tax credits, tax scholarships. When we do that, we're going to significantly lower the cost of education. We're going to expand the school year. We're going to expand the school day. And we're going to make the teachers work. We're going to, not that they don't want to. Most of them are great people who have a calling in life. They're wonderful people. Their union leaders have led them down a blind alley thinking that they can take advantage of the taxpayer to the point where it's absolutely become ridiculous. The pensions, the health benefits are absolutely out of sync with any sense of reality in our state. But we'll do something about that. But I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you with me. You know, I will need that in a non-ethnic sense, in a non-religious sense. Okay, we're all the same. We all want the same things. I promise you a better day than what we're getting right now from a government that is totally off the reservation, that is not serving the people. It's our destiny. We have to do it for our children and our grandchildren. Thank you.